will see that there is a task for the equipment item already added to the job. This is because we raised the job directly from the equipment item. You can add further tasks to the job should you need to do so, and you can add a site task, which is a call out to the site with no specific items of equipment identified, or you can add an equipment task for work on other specific items of equipment at the site. For the example, we will add one of each, and first we'll add another equipment task. In this window you'll be able to see all equipment items that are on the site, and in the top section you can also see any items that have services due from a service contract. You could choose to add a service, or select another item of equipment for a repair job, and you could combine them all into the one visit for your site engineer. Select the equipment items and any relevant services to add, and then click Select. You will now see that there are 2 new lines added to the job, and each one appears as a separate task for the engineer to complete. You will see that the service job has populated more information, as this is pulled in from the service type. The text on the line for the repair job is editable, and if you add some text here, it will add into the overall description above. You can edit the fields for visit dates and times if needed, and you can also change the cost code against each individual line if required. If you know how long each task will take and how many engineers will be needed to complete the task, enter the information here. This can help with your scheduling later on. In the TCC section, you can add a test or certificate for the engineer to complete whilst working on the task. And you can see the service already has one allocated, and this is pulled in from the service level. The repair job does not have any TCs allocated to it, but you can add by clicking the non-selected link. Here you can select one from a predefined list that is managed by system users. The action tray allows you to remove any lines if needed. We'll now add a site task. This appears as another line, which will be a separate task for the engineer to complete. You will notice there is no specific item of equipment allocated. A site task could be used when you don't know or can't identify a specific item of equipment with the customer. Again, all the fields are editable in the same way, and you can add TCCs if necessary. Once you have added all the tasks to the job, click Initiate Raising Job. At this point, you may receive a pop-up to tell you if there are any current jobs open for this customer and site. If there are, you can elect to add these tasks to the open job, or you can create a separate new job. You will now enter the job preview screen. You can double check the details before confirming, and certain fields are editable in this window. You can edit the customer address if needed, and you can also select an engineer to schedule the job for if you know it at this point. Select an engineer from the list, and you can choose to include engineers from other branches, and you can also select to filter geographical areas if you have areas set against all your engineers. You can select engineer skills if needed, and in the right hand panel you can see an overview of the selected engineers currently assigned work. Now add the engineer to the list and repeat the steps if you need to send more than one engineer to the job. Note that in the bottom left corner there is a button to toggle for issue to job or reserve to the engineer. If you select issue, the job will be immediately sent to the engineer's mobile device. If you select reserve, they will be reserved for the job, but the job isn't issued to their mobile device. Reserving can help with planning multiple jobs before issuing. Click Save to add the engineers, and then click Confirm Job. The service call is now completed, and the job is moved into job control, ready to be scheduled or issued. If no engineer was selected during raising the call, the job is raised in the unissued state.